Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the first day of the 100-day project, my inspired by ideas junk journal, where I'm going to be creating this huge junk journal of ideas from people I've been inspired by on YouTube. And today we're starting off not with something necessarily brand new. I think probably everyone has done them. Something I absolutely love and adore. I've created my own digitals with, and I just love them. And that's Polaroids, the faux Polaroids. And the person I'm saying I'm inspired by today is Nazi at Amity Bloom, and she has 3 videos on here on YouTube, and I have them linked below in a playlist so that you guys can watch them, and we all know where I got this kind of a take on it. And that is doing it with paper, doing it with magazine pictures. And a lot of it is the magazine images that I really love. And they come out so neat and so beautiful that I don't even feel I need to age them or take the shine off of them, because photos tend to have a little bit of a shine anyways. So these are some of the ones that I've made. That's kind of an in-between one. So, and I think pretty much all the digitals are either from Amity Bloom or they were mine that I created. But even the ones that I created, there's so many similar, they're just patterns that I'm using. And then the rest were from Nazi. Let me see how well this is coming up. Okay, so I'll just kind of hold them up. This one here is from a magazine, and it's some beautiful purple flowers. This is magazine image, and these are little. And the way I did these, well, I do have a Cricut machine, so a lot of these I just created the Polaroid frame on the Cricut machine to the size I wanted. Now all of these I did this size for a specific reason, and that was because I have a punch. Oh, I have something in here still. I have a punch. This is an old Happy Planner punch, and it punches out the size that fits into these little frames that I made. And so when I'm going through the magazines, I can just kind of go in and just punch it out, and it's really quick. And I've got a bunch to do. Also, I can do paper. So like these are just from digital papers. These are Amity Bloom. This is one of my backing, it's just a pattern page. So like this one here, I took some of the words from a magazine and a smaller picture and put it on just a backing paper. And I thought that was really cute. So I have to say, I really do prefer sewing them. I mean, I glue them and then I sew them. So this is with matching thread. And most of these are done with a cream colored watercolor paper. I just love the texture of watercolor paper. This is an Amity Bloom. This is Old Dulcina. And I've either backed them with just like a tea stained paper or a vintage part of a book paper. Like this was a book paper, and then I did my white on it to lighten it. Here, these are purple flowers, and I backed it with a purple pattern. This pattern is the same as this pattern. I just played around with it in preview and changed the color spectrum on it, but it's the exact same pattern. It actually started out as blue, but if you can do that, if you have like even just one pattern paper, and then you can go in and you can play around with the colors and make different colors from it. So that one, and this is still light enough you can journal on this. So they're really cute, but then they're also like hidden journaling, because when you put them into your journal, you can tuck them in, put them in a pocket, clip them in, make them a tuck spot, you know, but then you still have the writing space. And then these were a tea stained or coffee stained paper that I backed them with. That was a part of a book page, and it had the page number at the bottom, but it was blank, so I used that. So I kind of like that because it's got some writing on it. But then I put my transparent white paint on it to lighten it, to fade it, to age it, which I still need to do on here. And then this one I haven't backed yet. And then this one here was on just regular cardstock, and then I backed it with book page. So that's kind of what I've got made up so far. All of them will get stitched. I just think that when it's stitched, even with the dark brown, I don't really use black, but this is a dark brown thread. And I just think that when they're stitched, it just brings it to life. The other ones are super cute, but I just think the stitching, whether it's the zigzag or just the straight stitch. So I have a bunch that I need to stitch still. I probably won't stitch this one because I put some papers on it to decorate it. So I don't want to go over that. But so these ones are completed. And then I have these beautiful envelopes from Amity Bloom. I'll try and remember to link this. I'm not part of a design team or sponsored by her or anything. I just love her stuff, and I have been just on a Amity Bloom kick lately. And part of that is I'm taking her courses, and also I've fallen in love with color all over again in my life. And so I really am learning how to balance my love of neutral with my love of color, which I've been talking about lately. So here's some frames. This was just cardstock that I printed on and did. So these are bigger ones. These ones I did with a white watercolor paper. I'm probably not gonna use them. I don't like the look of the color. It kind of has a gray tinge to it and it's very flimsy. So I'm not sure. I'll probably just end up embossing them and like painting them and using them that way. Here's one I did do with that watercolor paper, and it's so stark, and I can go over and color it, but it's just that the texture and everything I don't like. And I put the sentiment, the power of a smile, and I'm not sure I really like that with it. So I'm probably gonna cover this and then with another frame, and because I really do like the picture, and I do like that it's a bigger size. So you can do big sizes, you can do small sizes. So then I have frames already made up to do some. I did try doing some with like little bows and decorations in the corners. It didn't do really good, and this one did good, but it just kind of makes it flimsy. So I'm still going to use these, but I'm not going to make them like that. So I did some that are small and wide. And then, so these are all the size of my punch. So I have, because if they're, depending on the way the picture is going, I can do it in either direction. And then I made some bigger ones for bigger pictures. And let's see, these are, oops, all those. These ones, that's what that watercolor paper I didn't like. So these I went ahead and did on a pattern paper that was printed, and those are pretty cute too. So they have just little bits of it. And what's great, there's really great things about these, and I'll show you in the next envelope here that I have ready. So then these are some bigger ones that I think, yeah, are that same size. And I just love the look of that watercolor paper. So let's see, that's a small one. That one is a bigger one. Okay, so these here are out of copy paper. Oh, there's one that's not. So this one is cardstock, and these are just regular copy paper, and they are kind of flimsy. But once I put the picture on, and then if I back them onto something, they're going to be strong enough. And where these came from is taking like a sheet, and then what I did was I went in to get the pattern. So I can do them on my Cricut, or I can do them this way too. So I put it in, punch it out. Oops, that one I did not do. That was a bad example. Didn't get it in even. So get it in here, hold it in even. So any square punch or rectangular punch you have, even if it's little, it will work for this. Okay. So now I have the little squares that are decoration papers. And then what I have is this the negative punch here. So I cut those ones by hand. It's easier if you have paper cutter, because you can go in and measure. So it's one of those little lines. So I want to, let's see, I think put that there. Oh, I might have got it a little small, but that's okay. But then you just work your way around it. So let's see, I needed it there probably. Now that's going to be too big. Oh, my thing fell off. But I can always go back in later. And then the bottom one you want to leave bigger, because that's how the Polaroids are. So now from the negative, or the, you know, what was left over, I've created another frame that I can then glue on and put another picture in. Okay. And then this one I can just do the same thing with. So that's how I did those. Now, these are great just to do like I did these ones, just a pattern. They're really pretty. So you just put it on, and that's just a really pretty, it doesn't even have to be a photo or an image, just something like that in your journal with matching some of your other papers, or just to bring color to a page. It's beautiful and I love it. And they're super easy to do, especially if you have a punch. You can just go through and just grab any piece of paper. It's a great, if you have a piece of paper this big, you can do the negative in that. So you can get 2 Polaroids basically, almost, not completely, but from one little scrap like that. So then here is all my little punches. So that came out of all of these other ones. So I've kept those. So these I can paint it. And actually I saw at the beginning of a video, what Nazi did was she stamped and then she colored in with watercolor. And I think what I want to do, I don't know if I'll do it on this video or not, but what I wanted to do was do a stamp and emboss it with the heat embosser. And then, actually, let's just go ahead and do it now. Oh, but I don't have any frames that this will go into, because these are the ones that are cut out from there. I'll do that on another one. I think I'm going to actually do a whole bunch of those with these. So that's another idea I had that she kind of showed, but didn't really show, but it's still, and I don't know what video it was on. It might have been one of the Polaroid ones. But yeah, so I can use my embosser and make decorative paper, embossed paper, like, excuse my head, like this, and have little cards that are like that. There's so many things that you can do with these. So you don't want to get rid of them. They don't go to waste. And then let me show you. Let me grab it. So if you do have a Cricut, I like it because I can just throw it on there and not worry about it. But I just took this one off. So I just created this size. And then I go in with my Cricut and then I just change the size and play with it to create other sizes. And you'll see that if you get them and you know, the right size, there's very, very little waste. Like, I'm probably not going to keep this part. I'll probably just cut that off, that off, that off, there, and there. And I could keep this, it's almost big enough, but I have so many little pieces like that. And then I'll cut this down. And so then this is great scraps for using embossing, doing the heat embossing on it, stamping on it. There's so many things you can do with these. Oops, sorry. So there's very, very little waste really when it comes down to it. And this was a 9x12 sheet of watercolor paper, but I just love the color and the texture. Okay, so these are again a different size. So all just slight little variations, but when it comes to having the pictures, when you're cutting them out of the magazines, it's nice to have different sizes. And then like this is like that one, if I wanted to do a bigger one, no, that almost fits. That kind of gives you the idea though. But there's so much you can do with it. Okay, so let me get the frames moved over. Let me put these in here out of the way, and we'll make some. Get all my little squares. Those are the ones. Oh, did I show you those? Yeah, I showed you those. Oh, these are the ones I need to do. I'm going to put these here, and these are the completed ones. And I need to do something with that one. Okay. So I've had, it's called Mary Jane Magazine, and I had a bunch of them. I still can't find my Victoria. I have a whole year's worth of Victoria magazines, and I cannot find where they are. It is driving me nuts. And because I got them specifically so that I could do things with the pretty pictures. But I went through the Mary Jane magazine and found, and I was mainly focused on finding flowers. So there's like this one. So this can be a nice big one. So for example, the big frame, which I might just paint these and do it anyways. So you can see I could do something like probably like that. So that's what's nice about having the frames made ahead of time in different sizes, is then you can kind of go, oh, what picture do I like? Do I like it like this? So I'm thinking I would do it like that. So I'll put that with there. And then some of them I don't have the right size for, and that's okay. This one needs that size, but going the other direction. But then these ones here, I think most of these are ones I did with the punch. So these will fit in these ones. This is a nice little thing. It just says summer, and it's got really pretty little flowers on it. Oh, that is so cute. I mean, the magazines, there's so much we can get from the magazines. Now, what I have found, the easiest way to do this is to pick your backing paper. Let's see. Excuse me, puppy dog's on your blanket. I have some right down here. Nope, not those. Oh, this is a nice, it's a stationary paper, so it's got a nice cream hue to it. So what I have found and what I've been doing, so I'm going to cut this off because I'll use that for something else. It's a baby playing a violin. So what I have found works the easiest is to glue them on the paper. And even if you have to cut off a little bit of the paper, that's okay. Glue them on the paper first. So I just take my glue stick, and I tend to go a little bit wider than I need to. And the reason this is the easiest is because it's the easiest to line up the frame if you already have the frame done. So I glue it to the paper. Then I make sure, then I go around, just a small edge around the picture you're doing. And then make sure you have enough there. And then this way, that's not moving, so it's nice and easy to line it up. You see what I mean? If you're trying to have this here, one, you have to just glue around this tiny little edge, and then you're having to do this, and if this moves out, it's sitting on glue. Or if you are trying to go like this and trying to line it up, it's just a little harder. So I find this way just works, and then it's lined, it's strong. You don't have to worry about, you know, messing it up. And then I'll usually do a couple at a time. And once you have one on there, if you have a bigger sheet, you can do more. By the way, how are you all doing? I didn't even say really hi. Hello, it's Savannah. I'm sending you so much love. I'm just so excited about this and getting started on the 100-day project in my ideas book. So this is just like some kind of a grapevine or some kind of a vine plant, but it's pretty, and just anything flower, gardening, plants related, I'm gonna be all about it. And then I'll just set that aside to dry. But you can see, if you go through and you have the punch and you punch things out ahead of time. Oh, this one's blank. Oh, that's nice. So I might be able to do some more on this. If you punch things out ahead of time, make sure that's, yeah. It's great. It's really easy to do. And I just sat and punched and pulled papers while I was watching TV with my husband. So it was a great TV thing to do because it's not too involved going through. Put that down. Oh, that is so pretty. Around the edge. And then this one is a wide one. So that's what's nice, what I was saying about having, and it's so much easier because you can line it up. Having them punched ahead of time and the frames made ahead of time, you can know what size. I'm going to look and see if there's actually bigger punches because it works really well. And then I just made this, or made the punch a little, you know, a little bit, I mean the frame a little bit smaller than the hole that the punch creates, if that makes sense. Oh, this is a cute picture. And it's not even all photos. It just depends on the magazine you get, what kind of images are on it, and what you like. There's, you know, all kinds of images. The sky's the limit when it comes to magazines. There's trains, there's airplanes, there's cars, there's quilting and fabric. I mean, just cooking. Anything. There's anything you want. in a magazine. There we go. So cute. Oh my gosh. Until I saw Nazi from Amity Bloom doing the Polaroid magazines, I just didn't really use a lot of magazines because of the shine. But then I did discover how, you know, ways of using it. Oh, can I fit that? Oh, I can fit one more on there. I just have to be careful with it. Have to place it just right. Okay, what image? Do I want? And I have these I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with this one. I'm gonna try to line it up because I don't have much space here, so hopefully I get it lined up right. And then around the edge so that the picture sticks to the frame too, not just the backing. Perfect, just perfect. And then you just want to push and get it down really good. Even though I'm gonna sew these, I've got to be careful not to get the glue everywhere like I do. Let me set those down. Okay, so these have had a minute to dry. They're probably not completely dry, but, and then I just go in with my scissors. That's what's nice about using the thick watercolor paper is you can line up to the edge of it. Oops. Really easy. And then you can always go back in and trim it up. But look at that. Isn't that darling? I did a shoddy job right there. There we go. So then you can journal on the back. And then there's that one. So cute. Just, I don't know why. Bows and Polaroids, man. Those are the things I love. They just make me smile and make me happy. And now color is making me happy. And inspiring me. Okay, so there's two. Oops. Did that stick? Oh, something. I was like, did I do that bad of a job? And then, let me go ahead. I'll just cut these even though they're not quite dry. And I really like having them going the different directions. And you can just make these up and have them. Because if you're like me, I don't have a journal. I've never made a journal. That flowers especially wouldn't go with it. And like this one would go into like a really vintagey one because it's a lighter color. It looks like washed out and faded, but even if it was a grungy journal, you could still put flowers in it, I think. Because flowers are just something special. So I hope you're all doing good. We are still doing good. We haven't had a power outage for a while. I just want to say how much I appreciate all of you for watching my videos and commenting and liking. It's just, I'm having so much fun. I kind of miss Junk Journal January. I feel like because I'm not doing a video every day like I was, I like miss it. But now I've got the 100-day project, so that's doing one every day for 100 days. Oh my goodness, that'll take us into July, I think. Or Junk Journal January. Got so many projects going right now, and I'm going to be making my first little quilt. It's kind of a cheater quilt. It's like I'm making one for a baby shower, so it's a little one. Oh, look at that. Not pretty. So that took no time at all, and then there's 5 of them done, just like that. Okay, so now let's see if we've got a bigger frame here, and I'll show you on a bigger frame. And then these are kind of my bigger pictures that I kind of pulled out, so I don't know. Oops. That would be great if that, oh, it's just a little bit too small. That's going to be too small. Oh, look at this one. Now this one, just to show you, this one almost looks like a Polaroid because it had white all the way around it, but it just was a little too small there. So, oh, look at that. Let me move this out of the way. Yes, that's going to be great. So basically, I'm going to cut a little bit past this edge. I think is how I want it. Let's see if I got that close. Oh, I got that really close. So the other thing you can do is you could go and mark it and then kind of cut around it, but I got this so close that I think I just need a little bit off the bottom. A little bit more off the bottom, and then we'll be good. Actually, I could do quite a bit more off the bottom, but there's no point in it. Okay, get my piece of paper. But it's just so easy, and I feel like it's one of those projects you just get so much bang for your buck. Like they're just, and they add so much to a journal because they are what people would use to journal, you know, photos. And so they just fit in so perfectly with junk journaling. Go around the edge. Perfect, perfect. Oh, I can see that edge a little bit. That's okay. Okay. I know it's better probably to wait till it's dry, but oh, that worked out good. Oh, I love a paper you can slide. Oh, nice. Oops. And this side's not wanting to slide. I think because of the glue. Okay. Look at that. It's like you took a picture of your tree outside your house when it was blossoming. I think that's a cherry blossom. Maybe not. I'm not sure. I think it said it on there. Look at that. And you can see the dark a little bit. That doesn't bother me because you can still journal on top of that. Okay, I'm going to pause the video and then I'm going to sew around these and then I'll come back and show you what they look like. Okay, I just went ahead and sewed around just this one so far because I didn't do this with the other ones and I don't know why. I don't know if I didn't see it done or forgot to, but this time I sewed here and here and now that really, really looks good. And it just creates a spot for writing or journaling, decorating, which I'm not going to do those things right now because I'm going to wait until I put it into the journal it's going to go into and then I can do it that way. So, but yeah, I really love doing the stitch across there and I'm really happy. I've been taking my time and getting my rows, my stitching pretty straight. I got a little wobbly because my dogs were up here, but I'm blaming the dogs. So let me go do a few more with the stitching on it. And I can't decide if I like it better with the dark or the light. I really like the light. But I'll do a couple more with the dark and then we'll take a look at them. Okay, I have finished sewing all that I'm going to sew for now. I'm probably going to end up sewing more, but I ended up making 52 in total. So I went a little crazy, but it was all the little pictures and the frames that I had. So all my frames that I had pre-cut are used. And I did discover a couple of things. One, I definitely like it sewed with the white thread and making the little box at the bottom. That is my favorite. And the other thing is the colored ones, I don't like as much. It's still cute, but I probably won't do more in the future. So let me just walk you through them. So here's this one, and it has just cream paper in the back. There's this one with some blue paper, and I didn't have enough, but I actually don't mind the little white trim there. This one, so these are all the one done in white with different coffee stains. So I'm just gonna kind of show you the backs too of them. I think they look really cute with the stitching. Some I definitely got the stitching down better than others. I'm definitely almost an expert at making these now. So like some of these, like I said, don't have the stitching on them. I like them without the stitching too. I just think I prefer them with the stitching. So I put blue paper on that. So I love them. So this is the dark thread. I like it, but I prefer it with the white thread, letting the picture shine. So I'm just quickly going through, showing you all of them. I love this. I love the colored paper on the back. And then I like the book page too. I need to look for more book page that has a little bit of writing on it. And then there's these, some of them I haven't trimmed. This was from the binding, or like the inside cover of a book, and I just thought it went really pretty. That's really neat. It's out of the magazine, and there's actually a woman next to a wall with the fabric, and then she's wearing the fabric, so I just thought that was really neat. That's kind of a cute one. This one's a little more Christmassy. So hopefully I'm not going too fast, but at 52 of them, but they turned out so cute. These little chamomiles with the bees on it, and I did the blue on that. This was from a book, a garden book. The other stuff was from the magazine. This is the garden book. I can't remember what, I think that's the magazine. That one I did the zigzag. I definitely like just the simple straight stitch in white the best. So I did learn that. So this is just, what a fun way to start out my 100-day project. And what I'm going to be doing, which I don't think I maybe explained this, but with the 100-day project, I'm going to be focusing on things that I can mass make. And I haven't decorated these yet. Well, like some of them I decorated, so you kind of saw what they would look like decorated. Let me see if I can find those again. Like this one is decorated. So I showed you guys those already. But I will show you what they'll look like in a journal. Even not decorated, but I don't want to decorate them. Oh, I'm not showing you the backs. Those are just tea stein, coffee stained. I just don't want to decorate them until I put them in journal and know how I want to use them. And then the bigger ones, they're so pretty. Oh my gosh, I could do a 100-day project and make a Polaroid a day. Wouldn't that be a fun thing? Maybe a yearly long project, one Polaroid every day. This is so cute. This is from the magazine. This goat with the flowers on him. Oh my goodness. They're all so cool. And they add so much. Now this is out of the material that I didn't like. I ended up doubling it up, but once I put it next to flowers that have a purple hue, then it made the paper take on a little bit more of a lavender hue. And I'm like, okay, I like it. I will go ahead and use it. So depending on what colors you put. Okay, so let me just grab a journal here. Here's a sneak peek at my Artist in Bloom by Amity Bloom journal. Let's see if we can find one to go. Does that fit? I don't think that's gonna fit because of the edges. That one fits. Oh, see, look how pretty that is. That's in a pocket. So you can put it in a pocket like that, and then you're seeing the color through. Here is a little tuck, so you can put it in a tuck. Here's a pocket. So I'm just kind of placing these in so you can see how cute in a journal. And they're basically journal cards or tags, but different. Another little tuck spot. Like, they're just adorable. And I'm obviously not going to put all of these in here. I'm just kind of showing you. Oh, this is a pretty inside what they would look like. And then it already looks, by having the faux Polaroids just in there, it makes it look like it's a scrapbook, like it's your memories and your photo memories. And then you can layer them up. So just absolutely adorable. You can also, like with the bigger ones, you can hinge them so where they would fold out, or you can have it like this so you can see the picture, and then it can fold out. So a tip in. You can glue them or stitch them on the 3 sides and have a tuck spot, or you can glue it and then make a pocket. So there's, I mean, what you can do with them is endless. So I just wanted to kind of show you, put it in sideways so you can see that it's a Polaroid, but it just looks like, oh, that's a memory from my garden, which I am going to do some. Also, in my next design team project for Life's Ever After, I don't know why I have a hard time saying that. It's so silly. I'm going to be doing some, but with fabric swatches. So I was going to do that now, but then I thought, well, let me save it for the design team project. So stay tuned next Tuesday. They will be in there. Only this video is coming out after that. So that doesn't make a lot of sense because I am pre-recording some things like the other video. So, but yeah. So that's all I have for the day 1 of the 100-day project. It's been so much fun. It actually took me a lot of time because I mass maked it, but that is kind of my plan with this because I need to build up my supplies so I can make journals that I'm going to be selling. So that's all for now. Let's see. Today, my prayer for all of you is that you make memories today that you would want to capture in a picture, that you will capture in a picture, in a Polaroid, that you make happy memories, that you live today in the moment, in joy and in love. Until next time, love always, Savannah. Okay, I'm hopping back on because I forgot to put something into my ideas book. And so that was the whole point, is to have this book. So let's see which ones I'll put in. Oh my gosh, that is such a hard choice. I guess I just need to pick one to give me the idea. And there's no rhyme or reason, but I'm just going to put this one in because it gives a good representation of everything I liked with the magazine picture. Yeah. And I don't do a lot of orange stuff right now, but I still like it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in. So let me grab a pen. And I am going to put, see if it's here. So I'm going to write day 1 of the 100-day project. And I'm going to write in the 100-day project because I might end up putting other things in here later. So that way I'll be able to keep track. And then I'm going to put Amity Bloom magazine Polaroids. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I would need to put in here. There might be, and maybe I'll put, in case I do another one, another year, I'll put 2025. And I could have probably written that on there, but I want to just do it here. And then that's got that pretty backing paper. And I don't have much of that, so let me pick a different picture. Oh. Why is it so hard? They're all so cute. I don't want to. I can always come back though. Oh, that's got that backing paper too. Oh my goodness. Like, I can always, oh, I'll do, no, that's got the dark. I want to do one with the light. So I remember that I liked it. And now I need a smaller one. Goodness gracious. Okay, I'm just going to go with this one. And because I love it so much, I don't want to glue it down. So I am just going to paper clip it in. And I have a feeling that a lot of stuff is going to get paper clipped in. And then I'm going to put on here, it can be journal card, tuck spot, pocket, tag, flip in, or tip in, I guess. Tip in. And then if I think of any other ways to use it, I'll write it down too. So there we go, the first entry, and we're still gonna figure out how we're gonna decorate this, but we'll see if any of my 100-day projects come through that to decorate it, and if it doesn't, then I will just create a, you know, finish that off when I get to at the end of the 100-day project. So there it is. How exciting. Day 1. Okay, everyone, that's it for now. God bless you all.